All right, guys, let's jump into it. Again, I've stopped counting the weeks of quarantine at this point in time because I don't even know if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I see appointments that pop up on my calendar and I go to them. But before we get into kind of the business building tip of the week, let's talk about just the overall market. We have 20.5 million Americans that lost their jobs in April, but the stock market rallies. What the hell is going on? Honestly, it's horrifying, right? The April jobs report has a jaw-dropping 20.5 million Americans lost their jobs last month alone, bringing the unemployment rate to 14.7%. Just a year ago, it was at 3.6%. We thought that 870,000 jobs lost in March was bad, right? So to put that into comparison, it is the worst unemployment rate since the Great Depression in 1933, when unemployment hit about 25%. And it also has the greatest job loss by far since the government began tracking monthly gains and losses in 1939. We have 8.7 million jobs that were lost during the 2008 financial crisis. In the decade after that, the U.S. Employers addressed 22.8 million jobs in the economy, right? We're in this thriving economy, like just kind of jamming, going through, adding all these jobs. And then COVID-19 crisis wiped out 10 years of job gains in just 1 month, and probably more as we continue to kind of go through this. People are only considered unemployed when they're actively searching for new jobs, and many aren't doing that right now, which is why I'm saying it could actually be higher than where we're at right now. Partly because many companies aren't hiring and the stay-at-home orders that are in effect. So if you include these people, the unemployment rate could be upwards of like 23% or so. But Wall Street is popping bottles of champagne and having a good time. What the hell is going on, right? The stock market saw the unemployment number and barely even flinched. Right? The NASDAQ recovered all of its 2020 losses and is up over 30% since its low of March 23rd. The tech-heavy index is now higher than its December of 2019 value. And the S&P 500, right, which is the index that measures the stock prices of the largest 500 U.S. companies, has soared 31% since March 23rd. This is just kind of bananas to me. So here's the thing that I want you guys to consider with that before we kind of move on here is the takeaway is that the stock market isn't the economy. And stock prices don't necessarily reflect economic health as we're seeing it today. It's reflecting future expectations. So an analogy would be like the economy is like a soccer player who just broke his or her leg, and the stock market are the fans hoping the player will heal quickly and win matches for them as they continue to go through. So that is what I would tell you to kind of take away today. So they are looking at forward with the stimulus packages and future job growth, et cetera, starting to come through. So now let's jump into the business building tip of the week. Last week, we talked about, technology that could kind of diminish the value as a realtor and building relationships with clients, right? What kind of things are out there that make you lose rapport and connection and stop people? Today, as we talked about last week, all technology isn't bad. So today I wanted to talk about what kind of tools and systems, technology can you add into your business that actually gain value, that actually add a lot for you guys here. And so here's an important note as we kind of jump into this. Do not need to have all of these inside of your business, right? They can allow you to be much more efficient and effective. They're not absolutely necessary. So if you're unable to afford them or anything like that, like budget, set money aside on every closing, set them aside and buy them at a future date and time, or figure out workarounds. Recommendation number one that I think every real estate professional, let alone every business professional should have, is a CRM and database, guys. Like, it is your number one asset in your real estate business, and it's your connection with your database. And so when I hear people, so when I see something like that, or an agent say, oh, I don't even have a database, I like cringe. I'm like, oh guys, like this is like step one of building your business. And it's absolutely critical. Our group, our teams across the country literally get KV Core. It's an $800 system. Like, we don't charge our agents. We don't charge our teams. It is just used. And then I take Tom Ferry's coaching and we teach them how to produce at least 10% turnover on their database each and every year. That is the goal. That is the key. How do we have something working for you, whether you go to work or not? That's the first one. Number two is a tracking system. What we track and measure gets results. So you have to be tracking numbers every single day. Guys, this doesn't have to be like I've done it on scratch sheets of paper. Right now, we're using Google Sheets. I have a 30-day business plan for all of the leaders that we're building teams with across the country, and we're using Google Drive. It doesn't cost you a thing. So make sure that you're tracking and measuring. Number three is a website. It's kind of expected that you have a website right now. Is it producing a return on investment for you? With KV Core, every agent gets a website. Every agent gets a squeeze page, and we teach them how to produce leads every single day that funnel into their CRM, help that grow, and get more business going out there. Number four, guys, is a YouTube channel. It's free, and you have to use it. Today, as Gary Vee would say, content is king, right? So you must have video content on your YouTube channel. YouTube is the number 2 online search engine on the planet. And guess what? It's owned by the number 1 online search engine on the planet, which is Google. So you should be creating and posting marketing updates, videos, information, community information, etc., tips every single week, every single day if you're available to. Number 5, another free one here, social media, essentially another free database which allows you to build relationships with your clients and stay in front of them. Number 6 is just kind of a gimme, right? Email, cell phone, scanners, those are things that most professionals have. If you don't, like, they're essential, guys. Number 7, systems need to be in place for everything done more than once. So you should have a system in place for anything and everything done more than once inside of your business, right? Whether that's setting appointments, lead generation, preparation, contracts, whatever it might be. If you do it more than once, how do you systematize this so it's done every single day, time, all at the same place? Number 8, some sort of a digital signature. Again, our group uses DigiSign. There's hundreds out there like DocuSign, there's eSign, etc. Here's a little bonus that I want to leave you guys with. These are luxuries, right? But power dialers, Excel, expired listings, for sale by owners list provided, neighborhood contact information providers, CMA report tools, net sheets, etc. These are things that a lot of companies add, a lot of teams add, or partners and vendors add. So think about those. Those are luxuries, right? So we talked about create rapport and relationship with your clients. And these are ways, some tools and systems that I think are an absolute must you guys should have, and make sure that you guys are actually using them and implementing them. Because you can have all of these. If you don't actually use them, they are worthless there, guys. If you guys need anything from me, call, text, or email me. I am always looking for leaders out there in the community that can use the tools, systems, lead generation that we have. And I would love to partner with you in any way, shape, or form. I hope you guys rock this week. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.